Hello, this is Kara from Lady Kara Tarot with a general reading for Thursday, May 28th, 2026. I'm reading with Tarot of a Moon Garden, and I'm using the Fourfold Vision spread by Buryn, one of my favorite spreads. I've already shuffled and cut the deck. We have our topic, seen with the eyes, seen through the eyes, the creative vision, and God's eye vision. Come down a little here. Okay. So the topic today is the Hierophant. Interesting that this Hierophant is looking directly here at this first card, the superficial vision. The Hierophant in this case has supplicants, and supplicants are holding the keys, but they're holding the keys at cross purposes against each other. So while the Hierophant may understand the traditions and the rules and the keys, the people enacting the work of the Hierophant are often at cross purposes. Boy, do we see this acting in our daily lives. The Hierophant is also backed up by stone. So while there is, behind the Hierophant is the moon and this intrinsic intuitive knowledge that comes from the moon, the Hierophant can be rather immovable. So while the Hierophant may have that intuitive knowledge, the Hierophant is bound to the structures. And again, the supplicants these are not like students that are looking eye to eye. These are people bowing down in front of this person, and they are working at cross purposes. The Hierophant is looking at the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups often flying, in this case flying right in with this beauty beneath, flying over the beautiful countryside to offer this cup full of emotions and love and joy. Now this card is usually the superficial way to look at this, and that would probably be if you can just listen to the rules and the structures with your full heart and fly towards them with your full heart, then you too can partake of the beauty of that stability, and you can also have some of the intuitive knowledge. Not all of it, but at least some of it. The deeper meaning here is the Knight of Pentacles. Also flying more, but flying with an eye towards a castle. So flying, well, this Knight of Cups may be often flying freely. It's kind of like the person that says, hey, I'm ready to get married, so whoever is next in line is the one that I'm going to marry. The Knight of Pentacles has a particular plan, has specific goals in mind that are aligned with the intuitive knowledge, but also quite material. And so the deeper way to view this is to utilize this knowledge, but filtering it through your understanding with your particular plans and how it's going to work in your particular landscape, because every landscape, all of your daily vicissitudes, are not going to be the same as everyone else's. So to look at it more deeply, you have to make it personal. More Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles. Now this is a qualifier for this. This is the creative vision. And the creative vision says take that last message and add to it that you need to have the friends, the companions, the family that will work with you for the best outcome in this, who they don't necessarily have to believe all the same things that you believe, but they have to be working in concert with you. Um, when they are, then you're able to transcend through the window to this flight. But without that, you might just get caught indoors looking at the beautiful things outside. This appears to be outside that window. So you want to be sure that you have the people that you need. If this is a workplace relationship, this would be co-workers that have the same vision as you and can understand the bigger picture. They're not just flying forward on their emotions, but they also understand the plan and they can work with you on that plan. And finally, the God's eye view is the Five of Staffs, that either direction that you go in, there will be some friction, there will be some impediments, but these are, embrace those impediments as a place of growth. And that it's only through that, like, having to push through soil, that strengthens the stem enough to be able to support, and even cutting back, things being cut back, strengthen the stem so that it's stronger to support new growth. And I'm going to use one of the cards from the Oracle of the Radiant Sun. Isolation is the card that we got today. I think it's very obvious in this presentation that this is being presented as the antithesis of this, because this person in isolation is looking bereft, is looking sad, and their house is in ruin. So this is a really direct warning in comparison with these. Against this, again, it's that you do not want to go off working in isolation. You don't want to go off just with your emotions. You need to have this larger plan and people working with you to be able to break through to this place of growth. So no matter how beautiful the bloom of your creative idea, it's not going to be fruitful if you insist on working by yourself. So we have a plan of attack and a warning today from the Tarot of the Moon Garden and the Oracle of the Radiant Sun. This is Kara from Lady Kara Tarot. Thank you.